Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. I'd ask how you're doing, but you're not doing so good today.
No, feeling a little under the weather. If it gets much worse, I'll go get my brain tickled.
Yay.
You know? But as of right now, I'm not actually feeling any of the crazy symptoms, just generally unwell. I'll have an update next week.
2021 will do that to people. I'm just generally feeling unwell.
Well, got a little housekeeping. Speaking of feeling unwell, we got some sad news today. Not video game related, but you know what? Whenever there's a famous Canuck, we gotta embrace him, and we got the sad news today that Norm Macdonald passed away. I guess he's been quietly battling cancer for the last 10 years.
Yep.
Nobody knew apparently, besides really close friends and family.
Right.
So, I was like, oh. Just a big sad face on Ryan after hearing that.
Yep. Big part of our teenage years. Really quiet. Never really heard anything too bad said about him. So
no. I mean, he was the anchor on Weekend Update for her couple or few seasons there, anyways.
Yep.
And just always liked his dry, like witty sense of humor. Always kind of like that, not sure, like that humor of like he's not sure what's going on, but he's just he's right on top of it. One of my favorite things he ever did was I can't remember whose roast it was, but there was a roast where he just sat and like read the newspaper the entire time, like he didn't get in on anything. He was up on the roasters' couches, like and like man, I can't remember whose that was.
Oh, that's fun. It could be David Spade's.
Maybe David Spade.
Yeah. That seems like that would be the something he would be at, right?
Yeah.
Part of the crew.
I'm gonna look up roast guest. See which ones.
And Cannibal Pages. If you want a roast guest.
Oh man, he's been on a ton of them. Maybe it was the Bob Saget roast.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was some sad news, and but rest in peace to a comedy legend for sure. And you know what? We'll take a little upswing here and just say thank you to everyone who's been liking and commenting on our stuff lately. We greatly appreciate it. We still haven't heard anything from our worldwide friends, but that's all right. You'll write us an email when you got a minute.
That's right. It's because it's 15 hours behind, so they're in another day, so they won't get this podcast till October,
something like that.
Yeah, that's how time zones work.
Absolutely. Well, let's just move. I'll just mention it is episode 98. It's so close, Rob.
So close.
Oh my goodness, I nearly forgot something. Entertain the people, Rob, for a second.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Entertain the people for a second. I think we missed a major milestone, my friend.
Phenomenon. Missed a major milestone.
Yeah. I just talking about the days of the or just the number of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Wait. I can do this easier. This is great. This is great podcasting.
This is great. This is why we are where we are, people.
Yeah.
It's
and I'm not even showing you what I'm searching. So
no, but that's okay. We're all imagining. It's that much more fun just to imagine what he's doing.
Oh, so we're almost. We should have actually mentioned this last week, Rob. On September 2nd, 2019.
Yes.
Couple fresh-faced young bucks decided to take on the internet and start a little podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. What's the second anniversary? Is that like is that paper?
Gigabyte power supplies?
Toothbrush? Is that the
PSP crash game?
Something like that.
I don't know why I paid money for that game. Oh, and there's my
You broke the camera.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, fixed it right up. So yeah, we've been doing this over 2 years, and I mean, doing the math, number of episodes, lately we've missed a lot of weeks, but
I was going to say, if it's been 2 years, we should have been at 104, I guess.
Exactly, right?
So
yeah,
that's not too bad.
No,
it's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's the COVID, people.
The COVID. So, all right, we'll just move on into news here now. Now, did you they released the trailer for The Matrix Resurrections this past week? Did you get a chance to watch it? I'm gonna say, by the surprise look on your face, I'm gonna say no.
No. I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Just you, me, and maybe a couple dozen of our friends.
Yeah.
I only ever saw the first one, and I haven't played a video game from the series. I haven't done so. When I first saw this, honestly, I wasn't sure. Are they doing a game on the movies, or is it another? And I'm still not 100% sure. Is it a game or a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a movie. There you go.
And so the way the third one closed out there.
Spoiler alert, people.
Well, I won't. But
John Wick shoots a dog.
Yeah. Now you're getting stuff mixed up.
I'm just getting stuff mixed up.
Revolutions, I think. Man, I don't even know what the third. I think it's Matrix Revolutions.
Sure,
but they didn't leave it open-ended. It was pretty much a conclusion. So they're kind of doing the thing like Star Wars did, and all these other franchises where they bring back the old people and kind of try to reboot it with a new feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, but Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are back, and looks intriguing.
Sure,
looks intriguing. But I've also got to say that The Matrix Reloaded looked intriguing. My wife had never seen any of them. So we watched Matrix and Matrix Reloaded this past weekend.
Right.
And so the gunplay is still amazing, but the fighting,
wow,
that's
good.
Not so good. Like,
wow.
When you watch like John Wick now, like Keanu in a John Wick type role.
Yep.
Like, this stuff is like, block, like it just looks so. It doesn't look spontaneous at all.
Sure.
And so that hasn't aged so well. Some of the special effects still really hold up. Some of them don't. But I mean, we're talking almost 20 years since the first one, right?
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's 21 years for the first one. It came out in 99 or 22 years. And the next one was 3 years after that, and then the third one was a year after that one. So 17, 18 years on both of them. Lots changed in that time.
Yep. Not Keanu. Looks exactly the
yeah.
same.
Keanu. So yeah, I'm intrigued. Maybe I'll see it in the theater. Maybe not in Alberta.
Do they still have theaters? Is that a thing that people go to?
Yeah, you have to be one of the lucky 5 people that they actually let into a theater now to see a movie.
Right,
but
right,
they're doing showings around the clock.
right. It's just. Oh,
I got a
man.
4 a.m. showing for a Matrix Resurrections.
Nice. It's only $175.
Yeah. Dude.
Ugh.
That or I had to buy the barrel of popcorn.
I mean, honestly, other than this movie, I have movies come out this year
Oh yeah.
in theaters.
Yeah.
Like lots of them.
No. No. They're so the big blockbusters that have been kind of, pushed off have been coming out because numbers were low and things are looking brighter here in Alberta. And the wife and I went and seen Black Widow in the theater.
Right, right.
But there's been the new Fast movie has come out, Fast 9, Fast 9, where they go to outer space. There's the new Suicide Squad movie came out.
Right, okay.
And just last week or the week before, the other new Marvel movie came out, that Shang-Chi.
All right, yeah. I did see trailers to that.
Yeah. So anyways, but I think the 4th wave is causing more havoc. A lot of things have been pushed out again. Some stuff was supposed to be coming here right away, and doesn't look like it's gonna.
The year of the delays.
Year of the delays.
Just don't delay my Amico anymore.
He's.
What
else we got here? Oh, Lego and Nintendo are collaborating again. And they are putting out the N64 themed coin block.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like a big coin block. And it actually flips open and there's a diorama inside of some of the levels. And instead of being the full-sized figures, you make little like square figures, just like a stack of like squares to get the colors right, sort of thing.
There you go.
Looks damn cool.
The little Lego Mario was made up of 4 polygons.
Pretty much. Much.
We were all wondering, man, it can never look better than that. Because at the time,
it couldn't.
Mario's in 3D. Wow.
I feel a lot of like turmoil over these because, man, I'd love to get these and set them up, but running out of space, and what am I going to do with this stuff? Especially when it's $170 American.
They're ludicrously expensive. Yeah.
Lego stuff is crazy expensive.
You could buy like one PS5 game with that. Not to pick on PS5. I just one new video game. How about that?
Yeah. So, but damn, it looks cool. So if you get a chance, check out the video for the Lego Super Mario 64 coin block. It looks awesome. What else we got here? Oh, probably our biggest story of last week. The PlayStation Showcase happened.
It sure did.
So, what did you think of it, Rob? Like just initial.
I thought honestly it was Sony's best show in a while. They actually showed games and game trailers, and there were a couple of surprises in there, and
yes, there were.
They didn't focus on a lot of fluff. I mean, there was some, but it was it was kind of just like here's some games we're doing, and here's some surprises. And a lot of gameplay, which was nice.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this new game called this GTA 5, which we've been calling Greater Toronto Area 5.
The Greater Toronto Area 5.
Yeah. No, I was pleasantly surprised. How about you?
One game had me go, oh crap, it's happening. And I'll get to that in a second. So it opened with a short trailer for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake.
Right.
And that was I mean, a lot of people were there've been rumblings about this happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a remaster, it's a remake.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And since then it's come out because people were wondering why it showed up in the PS5 event. It's going to be a timed exclusive
okay.
on the PlayStation, which I hear is ironic because I guess the original was Xbox exclusive. It was never on the PlayStation.
Okay. You know, it's funny when they make remakes of games we were playing in our 30s. Like, it's really not that long ago.
Right? Yeah.
Nothing makes you feel a little older then. That's pretty cool.
Going down our list here. So they had some actual gameplay of God of War Ragnarok.
Teenage boy.
It looked great. I mean, as it should. They did confirm it is going to be the single shot camera style again. No load screens or no perceivable load screens. Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just every 5 minutes or so, you crawl through a crack in a wall.
Yeah.
That's the new thing people do for placement of load screens.
There was that, and there was this whole like door system where you would open a door and you'd be in this like nether realm.
Yep.
And how long you walked in that nether realm was actually how long, like that was actually a big load screen. So
yeah, some neat tricks, that's for sure. There was no date on
no
other than it's still 2022.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yes. We also saw a trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yep.
And this isn't an expansion, right? This is a standalone game, right?
This is a standalone game. You bet.
Okay.
Kind of based on a DLC for Borderlands 2. Looks all right. It's got mimic chess, so I won't play it, but
awesome.
Yeah, I may play this one anyway. It's just
yeah, you really liked that. You really enjoyed the DLC there.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. It was the best DLC they had for Borderlands 2, at least in my opinion. Got a fantasy mix with like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of mix with Borderlands. Works pretty good.
They had some gameplay footage of Project Eve, which they looked like a crazy like hack and slash anime style game. Looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They showed more footage of Forspoken,
which is they couldn't have showed less than the last time.
Yeah.
It was like, this is a game we're making.
Yeah, it was called Project Athia before. And then so it looks gorgeous, this game.
It does.
Man,
it does. I think everyone with Square Enix though is going to wait, I would imagine. Just like, let's see the reviews.
Yeah, let's see how this does. No one
fool us once, shame on you.
Yeah. What else we got here? We have they showed more of Rainbow Six Extraction.
Right.
Because enough hadn't been shown before.
Yeah. There's a date on that too, I guess, January 2022.
January 2022.
Yeah. It's like Back for Blood or Left 4 Dead with Rainbow Six and
something like that, right?
Looks all right.
Yeah. That's suffering from delays too, because I think it was supposed to be out in October.
Right. Just like the Amico.
Well, Alan Wake Remastered officially announced.
Yeah, that was not well hidden.
not well hidden at all.
Yeah.
But again, this is a big deal because it hasn't been on a PlayStation before.
That's right. That's right.
And that comes out October 5th. They showed another trailer. Probably. More than likely. They showed another trailer for the next gen GTA 5. And people couldn't be more underwhelmed.
It's the third next gen GTA 5, is it? Or came out on the PlayStation 3, it's a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
I was reading an article before we started that on YouTube the PlayStation 5 version and the Xbox version are getting reviewed bombed because people just want 6. They're like, come on, it's been 10 years.
It's been a hot minute, right?
This is the third generation. Give us 6. Come on, quit wasting time.
What are you, Skyrim? Yeah.
They showed some gameplay of Ghostwire Tokyo, which looks pretty awesome.
It's gonna be pretty trippy, yeah. That's
That's coming in spring 2022.
Yeah, got a very unique art style.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not sure even how to describe it.
It's like, I don't know, but it looks great.
Yeah, Japanese ghosts, I think, is kind of the theme of it, right?
Looks pretty.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does.
We saw some more gameplay of Guardians of the Galaxy, another game that we could that we've seen plenty of footage of.
Yeah, I liked this. If they'd showed this trailer at the last Square Enix show, I would have been a lot more excited because this was a great trailer. It was like really got me excited about it. But
because it actually looked like some gameplay, right?
Yeah, you bet.
But yeah, you know what? I won't buy it full price, but I'll definitely play this game at some point.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not familiar with the whole Vampire the Masquerade universe at all. I've never played any of those, but this game Blood Hunt, they had an announcement trailer for.
Yeah.
And it's coming to the PS5 in 2021.
There would be some emo vampires.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. I mean, it's good. It's a series that has a lot of history and people like it. And it's not hurting anyone.
No, not at all.
It's a free-to-play battle royale game.
What?
That's what it says in the I didn't get that from the trailer, but it's what it says in the article we posted.
Oh crap, I didn't get that either.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah, from the trailer they showed that like, wow. Okay. Wow, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. That game, I would have thought it was a single player story-driven game. Obviously not.
No. They showed some more gameplay of Deathloop, which comes out today. Today. People are playing it.
And people are liking it.
And
which is good.
Sony is kicking themselves for not buying up Bethesda, maybe. That's a whole thing. Too. Like a lot of people are losing their minds that all the Bethesda games are going to be Xbox exclusives from now on. But you know what? I can't see Xbox cutting their bank in half like that. I see timed exclusives for all of the stuff.
Oh, sure.
I don't think it'll be like the Sony games where they're just on their system forever.
Yeah.
They'd be leaving too much money on the floor, right?
Yeah, Microsoft that's kind of their MO as well, is that they don't really care about the hardware. It's the
just get people playing it.
Just get people the games.
But yeah, we may never see Deathloop on Xbox because I'm not sure if it's a timed exclusive or not. But
Right, yeah. Is it PC as well?
I don't know actually.
I'm gonna do a little googling here.
I'm gonna say no unless it's on Epic, because it wouldn't be on. It wouldn't be
Microsoft Windows.
It is, hey?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, maybe you can pick it up on Steam or whatever.
Yeah, that must be it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see which store, but I won't go searching the stores right now. But
also, something that was announced, there's going to be remastered versions of Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy, which
again, a game that's 5 years old.
Yeah. And they're coming in 2022, but they're also coming to PC,
which will be very cool.
Yeah, which is
that was always the thing with Uncharted games. I wanted to play, but I'm just not a not a first person game, but having to control shooting a third person gun with the right analog stick, I've just never had the coordination.
Yeah,
I have a hand that falls asleep, like sitting down now. So, but the most exciting game to come out of this show, we have no idea what it is. They announced they had this thing come up and it said Kid Amnesia Exhibition, and we were staring at it because we were watching it, chatting, and it said a collaboration with Radiohead.
Yeah, so I had read that there's some stuff about their Kid A album and Amnesiac. It's 20-year anniversary of it, and they're putting out this, I think it's like a remix type album called Kid Amnesia.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is just going to be something that's going to correlate with it, I guess. Exclusive to PS5.
And PC and Mac.
Mm-hmm.
That's, the Mac just kind of stands out there. It's like, really? Okay. Good for them.
They also showed a game called Tachaya.
Sure.
Is the T silent? Chaya?
I took a quick nap during that one, so I'm not too sure.
Right. It looks like a fun platformer type game.
Yeah,
it's a little more family oriented.
Exactly. It looks like a Disney animation style, right? It's got little kids high-fiving each other. She's playing a little ukulele that you control. There's going to be puzzles.
So next up is the thing that had me losing my mind a little bit. So the marble thing came up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Spider-Man 2. Like, you got to be expecting this. And then they show this pre-rendered scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it cuts to a screen that says from Insomniac Games, Wolverine.
Yep.
Wolverine.
Yeah. As soon as they were in a bar, it's like, that's not Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Craven, because you can see Craven in a bar, right? But
right, yeah. No, this was Wolverine.
Yeah. They told us nothing else about the game.
Nothing.
It was just about getting you excited. But being an Insomniac game, I mean, it won't be 10 years before it comes out. Like, they pump them out pretty reliably. So
yeah, they really do. I mean, there's so many ways they could go with this game. Like, where Spider-Man's all about like movement and he swings across the city. Like, Wolverine's a lot more about getting in there and just cutting everybody up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good to see Marvel continuing their relationship,
mm-hmm.
And letting another character go. And I mean, this is besides like Spider-Man and Captain America, like Wolverine's way up there for a beloved
Absolutely.
Marvel character.
Yep.
It'll be just really, really interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Now that you mention it, like, because does Sony still have the X-Men license, or
no? They only ever had the Spider-Man license.
they only ever had Spider-Man? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought there was something with like the reason they couldn't do mutants in the.
Oh, that was because Fox owned.
Oh, Fox. Okay.
Fox owned the other stuff. Yeah, but
and sold it back, or
Disney just bought Fox.
Oh, right.
And then they've been working with Sony on the new Spider-Man movies that have been coming out.
Right. Okay.
Like ever since he appeared in Civil War.
Right.
But
what a time.
What a time. Hopefully, like, it's probably 2 or 3 years out anyways.
Yeah. I hope it's just like a remake of like X-Men for the NES.
Right.
That forced 2-player game where you had to, your computer guy would get stuck in walls and you'd, yeah. Yeah.
So then right after that, they showed the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer, which had Spider-Man and Miles Morales like battling some bad guys. And then they showed who the big baddie is going to be. And it's going to be Venom. All right.
Yep, he's a good choice. Everyone likes Venom.
Something exciting I read after, they're getting the guy who played Candyman in the original Candyman horror movies from the 90s there.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be doing the voice.
I was going to say he'd do a good voice.
Yeah. Right?
And aren't they making another Candyman movie? Or did they make it? Or
it might have come out in this time. Jordan Peele produced it, and he's a big horror maven now.
Okay. He likes the appeal of the horror.
Peeling people.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a Freudian slip or not, but you skipped right over Gran Turismo 7.
No, I didn't.
You were just tying it in.
I was just tying the two Marvel things together.
And I've ruined it. I've ruined the flow here now.
That's fine. I'll let you run with it. I'll let you run with it now.
Gran Turismo 7. This is funny because pretty much every Sony console has either launched or had a Gran Turismo shortly after, except for like the original, of course. But PlayStation 2 had one right away. PlayStation 3 had one right away. PlayStation 4 had one right away.
Yep.
Still haven't seen 7, so they showed some stuff. It's got cars going fast.
Yeah.
Doing the driving. March 4th, 2022.
I should be good and worn out of Forza Horizon 5 by then.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is there's going to be people. You hope it's far enough away from Forza, because Forza's kind of a juggernaut.
Yeah,
it's going to do pretty well.
Well, that's like 5-ish months.
Yeah,
and then between the two,
it might just be getting like into the first or second DLC, and we'll be driving the Lego cars again.
Awesome.
I love Forza. So good.
So one thing I kind of hope there's going to be kind of a surprise like date drop of something, because it's been duly noted that PlayStation doesn't have anything big coming out this holiday season.
Right.
And I kind of thought they might be like, God of War, it's ready, or something like that.
Buy it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Out today.
But they would lose so much on pre-order and special edition money, and
yeah. But yeah, and the only stuff coming before Christmas is third party. Nothing first party.
Yeah, some remakes and stuff.
I imagine we can blame this a lot on COVID and everything like that. But
yeah,
just very, very interesting. So overall, a good showing. I think it really let people know that there's still, a lot of great exclusives coming.
Yep. Oh yeah.
and I've been losing a little faith in them until I saw the stupid Wolverine trailer, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, ah,
yeah, got me again, you son of a.
yeah. And it was nice they didn't have like chatty hosts for the show and like,
Yeah,
hey, who's excited? It's like, here's the games.
yeah,
There you go.
a whoomp, there it is.
Speaking of segues,
Mm-hmm.
Epic game news. Huh?
We do have some Epic game news.
Exactly.
So Epic won their major lawsuit against Apple.
In a battle of evil versus evil.
Of evil versus evil. So the judge
Not
ruled,
saying either of them are evil. Sorry, don't leave comments in the.
they so they won the right to sell their own currency inside their own games, which was the
Right.
big deal. But any of the other antitrust stuff that they were trying, and or monopoly stuff they were trying to bring, all of that was did not
Mhm.
did not pass. But also, Apple is also not being forced to allow Fortnite back on. They're saying that, well, we'll let them back on when they decide to follow the rules that we've posted. So really, really, yeah, it's a win, but is it really? So
Yeah, I just okay. I missed that part. So they're allowed to do in-game app purchases in a game that they can't release back on the app store.
yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that was a big waste of taxpayer money. That's
Yeah.
great.
So yeah, I think people thought it would be a much bigger win, but I think it's also a good way to get yourself into Apple's bad books.
Yeah. A company that has more free cash flow than like all the countries put together,
Yeah.
especially now. Yeah. So good for Apple. Speaking of Apple, little known thing about Ryan and myself, we both enjoy a little bit of Apple news.
Mm-hmm.
Apple had a
Hmm.
showcase today, right?
Yeah, they did. They
Did they
did.
announce anything?
You know what? I never actually checked.
I'm a. It's your turn to distract the people here.
Well, I'll distract them with a short little bit of news.
Do it.
Uh, the PS5 update is out today that will allow you to do your SSD expansion.
I had an SSD once. Sorry.
A couple shots of penicillin cleared that right up.
Everything was fine afterwards. Yeah.
So yeah, also to coincide with this, it seems like a lot of places are having some big SSD sales.
Yeah. That's good.
Just make sure you read your specs, folks, because if you don't meet the specs, then you won't be using it. That also reminds me, I was reading this thing where they it wasn't it Linus Tech Tips. They took apart the SSD from the Xbox expansion
Mhm.
and made it so you could put it inside the PS5, and it worked.
That makes sense. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a hard drive, right? And
Yeah,
that's cool.
did that was that a long enough distraction?
Yeah. So new iPhone 13 with the A15 chip,
Okay.
which is faster than a lot of computers out there you can buy. 6-core CPU, 2 high-performance cores, 4 high-efficiency cores, and a quad-core. So a dedicated GPU, a 4-core one.
Oh, wow. In the phone.
In the phone.
All right.
It's got 5G.
Tell me they added another lens. Tell me they added another lens.
It's still a 3. It looks like. I mean,
Three
there may
lenses
be
are
other
not
stuff.
enough. Three lenses are not enough.
12 lenses. It's got a bigger battery, a super retina display with 1000 nits of brightness. That's
Ooh.
ludicrous.
Is it
Finally,
ludicrous? Is it ludicrous or luminous?
oh, I switched it there.
Ah,
Finally increasing their refresh rate of the screen to 120 hertz. Finally, they were way behind in that, actually. So good for them. There's an iPhone 13 mini, new watch series that do stuff if you like Apple watches. New iPad and iPad mini, which have the A13s in them. And then iOS 15 coming out soon.
excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go.
So nothing groundbreaking, just all refreshes of existing stuff.
Yeah. The new iPhone looks ludicrously fast, and
Yeah.
you won't be able to play Fortnite on it, though.
Nope. No, you won't.
Nice segue. So speaking of leaks,
Speaking of leaks,
they're horrible segues today. They're just not rolling off the tongue.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
There was an Nvidia database leak that happened.
Yeah.
And it contained a bunch of supposedly, quotation marks, upcoming games.
Yes.
It so it had like Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster.
Mm-hmm. Now it should be mentioned that these are games for the Switch, right?
Are they?
Oh, it says some of these titles been rumored for platforms like the Nintendo's. Oh nope, en route to PC. Okay. It's weird because it's on Nintendo Life. So I would have thought some of this had to do with Switch, but some of these games are coming to Switch, I guess, but theoretically. Now Nvidia has come out and said since they're speculative titles.
Yeah. So there was the Final Tactics Remaster, Final Fantasy Tactics, Kingdom Hearts 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, which has been bouncing around for a while now, Street Fighter 6, which is also, I guess, due.
Yep.
How long has Street Fighter 5 been out?
No idea.
Monster Hunter 6 was another one there.
Right.
This one kind of caught my attention. A BioShock RTX remaster, so a ray tracing remaster of it. And then there was a Mirror's Edge ray tracing remaster as well.
Right.
An Untitled Respawn game and Titanfall 3. Respawn seems to be like Insomniac games. Like they just constantly pumping games out.
Absolutely.
Bayonetta 3 we knew about. I mean, that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming already.
Yeah, Crisis 4. That was
right.
That's so another game that your computer can't run.
Yeah.
Just in time for
and then Batman Arkham Knight ray tracing remaster. So some possibly interesting stuff, like some stuff that haven't been announced yet, but
yeah, the Half-Life 2 remaster was something that got me kind of excited. But
did I miss that? I missed that.
Yeah. It's a game that still looks pretty good now when you watch it, but it's it is 15, I want to say 15 years old, 16.
Wasn't there the fan-made remaster of it? Like called Black Mesa?
Yes. Was that the first one?
Is that the first one?
It might be a remake of the first one there.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, it's cool. Valve is finally getting back into games. It had been a while. Maybe. Like they made Alex sold like wildfire, right? And
yeah.
Now that they're releasing the Steam Deck, right? it makes sense to make some games that would work on your Steam Deck. Why not?
So we got to file all these under rumor mill. I mean,
All rumors.
all rumors. But something that wasn't a rumor, well, something that has been rumored for a long time.
Yeah.
Just today, minutes before we went live, Nintendo announced that they had a new firmware out. Firmware 13. You want to know the big thing they added in this, Rob?
Well, I know what it is, but tell the people, Ryan.
They added, finally, Bluetooth audio support.
Way!
People tore down the Switch when it first came out and said, the components are here.
Yep.
Why is it not happening? It took 5 years, Rob.
Yep.
5 long years.
Yep.
Even Colin James is pissed about that.
But he loves them just the same.
Loves them just the same. Our Canadian friends will get that one.
Yeah, there you go.
But, big but, Bluetooth microphones are not supported. And
we're going to give you half of what you want.
Yeah. And you can only use up to 2 controllers if someone is using Bluetooth audio.
Right.
Which makes sense. Like just your Bluetooth bandwidth, right?
Sure.
They got to make sure that all their stuff can still connect. The other big announcement in it is that there's a dock update, a software dock update for the Switch OLEDs.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you update on the dock?
Yeah. So
better Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Nintendo? Please?
Please? We're asking nice.
So yeah. Nintendo.
Well, do you want we'll move on into what we've been playing?
Sure. It's an asymmetric list this time.
It is. I did my homework this time.
So I may as well go first because
yeah,
get mine over with. Yeah, I had a very busy week at work, so there weren't a lot of games. I had a lot of moments of wanting to play the games, but yeah, school getting back in with the young kids and everything. So I went to my comfort food in my time of games I had, and I played some Borderlands 3 because I never did beat the final the Cluster Fudge Krieg's DLC. Oh. And I found out that they've been giving out diamond keys. So if you play Borderlands, you know they have the golden keys that you can trade in for stuff in Sanctuary, and they have this special chest, and you always get good loot in there. They now give out diamond keys. So with the diamond key, you go into the room and into this room in the bottom of the ship that's Sanctuary now, and there's 3 walls: a gun wall, artifact wall, and a grenade wall. And when you punch in the diamond key, those 3 walls fold up, and each wall has like 50 of each item of legendary, extremely rare, and you've got 280 seconds to pick one from each wall.
Oh.
So and they were like ludicrously good weapons. So when I got those, I'm like, oh well, now I got these cool guns. Guess I'm gonna play them. So I played a bunch, and it's still such a good game. Such a good game.
Awesome.
So that's my game.
I still have yet to like fully dive into these games. I don't know what it is. I just too much other shiny stuff, I guess. So after last week's show, I was kind of having a down couple of days, and I needed a pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking on the Switch store, and I stumbled across a game that I loved when I played it on the PS4. It was like the third like console game that I played through after like getting my PS4.
Right.
And it was available on Switch. So I picked up South Park, The Stick of Truth.
Right.
And I've been playing through that. The game is so good. It's just, I'm laying in bed giggling my ass off, waking my wife up, like, like when I'm playing for before bed, like
Right.
a lot of
right.
like making trying to stifle my laughter noises.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great game, and I'm diving headlong into that again. Then on the weekend, dude, bro, tubular,
McTwisty Flip.
McTwisty Flip. I picked up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. The that they did the remaster here not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a bunch of that, and then that got the old cravings going.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Metal Jesus talk about it, that he had his copy of SSX3, like the disc, and he popped it in his Series X and played.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what are the chances? So I looked on the store and you could actually buy it.
Oh yeah.
For $13. I'm like, you know what? I can't even get it for that on eBay. I've been checking all the used stores around here for it, so I picked it up. So I played a bunch of SSX3. And then, I still had the bug. So I'm like, you know what? Now that I've played all this, I'm going to go back to SSX, the PS3 360 Gen 1.
Right, they're reimagining, I guess,
That's on EA Play there. And I played a bunch of that. So I had a very extreme,
no kidding,
weekend.
So extreme,
dude, bro,
impressive,
bro. I did so many 360s.
So many
360s.
So many gnarly Marty McFlys.
Yeah, they're all great. Like, I haven't dived in. I've just been playing Pro Skater 1. I haven't dove into Pro Skater 2 yet.
Mm-hmm.
Pro Skater 1, like I didn't hop into them until 3 on GameCube. That's where I kind of started. And things like as rooted in reality as they are, things still got a little crazy.
Sure.
1 seems pretty tame.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of can't wait to get into a bit more of 2 and just see what sort of wackiness there is in there.
Wackiness.
And I've also been diving a little bit more back into State of Decay 2.
Right. Which is something we totally need to play on stream.
Absolutely.
Because how often is it that wasn't Fall Guys, have we both played the same game?
Yeah. I'm still learning a lot. There's a lot to learn in that game.
Sure.
And I take these big breaks between playing, and I spend a half hour catching up on what I was doing.
Yeah. And, like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's what I've been up to
nice
game wise since the last time we got together.
Mm-hmm.
And this week it was my turn, because we put you on the spot last week for a retro pick.
Right.
What was your retro pick again?
Diablo 2, my friend.
Diablo 2,
yes,
right.
Yes.
So I dug into my archives, and this is my retro pick this week.
Ooh.
Super Dodgeball on the NES.
I was going to say, I hope he says something soon, because half our crew listens to the audio podcast. But
sorry, I was trying to make sure that everyone could see it on the video.
Yeah.
Super Dodgeball for the NES. This is one of my all-time favorite games. If you have not tried this game, there are a number of ways to try it. Now, it's actually one of the games on the Switch Online, on the NES Online there. It's actually one of the games in there.
Right.
But the version I'm going to recommend is a collection came out on the Switch. Got to be pushing almost 2 years ago now. It was Kunio Kun and Double Dragon.
Right. Yes. Yes.
And I fell in love with that collection because it had Dodgeball and like the three or four Japanese only versions of Dodgeball. But if you love those little squishy characters, they also had hockey, basketball, soccer, all these other sport games that were never released in North America before. You could only ever play the Japanese versions of them.
Right.
And they also have the definitive version of Super Dodgeball in that collection. Because
Right.
what they've done is they have the old NES emulated version where too much movement happens on the screen and your players start to flicker and
Or
like and
any
disappear.
movement
Yeah.
whatsoever. Yeah.
So they have the definitive version of the game. I guess we would call it a remaster, because
I guess.
the version on there you can pick to play they don't call it definitive. I should have looked this up. They call it, but they have a special name for it, and it's playing it how you imagined playing it back then. Because we've had this discussion many times where we're like, why can't they just make emulators run faster? But that's not how emulators work.
No.
Or run better,
Yeah.
But they've gone back and the game is smooth, it's perfect, there's no flashing. The controls are still tight. It's awesome. I've actually put a lot of time into it. And if you do like Super Dodgeball, I can recommend the Game Boy Advance cart of it as well.
Right. Yeah.
That's a really great version of it too.
Or if you want to play it on handheld that's a little bit newer, because as you were talking, I was like, where did I just play this? It's on the Technos Evercade cartridge.
Right.
So you can play it on a brand new screen. That one's just a straight port, so it does have the flickering and all, but
yeah. But yeah, so that Kunio Kun and Double Dragon collection was exclusive on the Switch for a while, but it's on everything now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And man, if you just enjoy the wackiness and the ease of playing, like it's back to a joystick and two buttons. Like these are all NES titles.
Yep.
Even the Double Dragons. So they have the definitive version of Double Dragon 1. Okay. But they didn't do the other two.
Sure.
But it's it's awesome. So I've seen it on sale a lot, that collection. I think it's almost $20 cheaper just to buy it brand new on PlayStation or Xbox.
Sure.
So, yeah. It's I highly recommend it if you enjoyed this. And if you haven't, you know what? If you've been looking for a retro game to play, Super Dodgeball. I'll throw in one little story with this. So I didn't have an NES right away. And so we would rent it. Me and my buddy would pool our money and we'd rent it. We'd rent a NES every couple of weeks, like on allowance weekend. And almost every weekend we would get Super Dodgeball and just play the living crap out of that game. It'd be Super Dodgeball and maybe one or two other games. But it'd be just like getting back to our rivalries in Super Dodgeball. Yeah, definitely one of my all-time favorites.
Very nice. Great game.
So, my retro pick for the week. Well, have anything making you grumpy this week, Rob? Game related? I'm just going to add that every time.
Just every time now. Yeah. Nothing really jumping out that I can think there.
I mean, oh, sorry, go ahead.
One thing we had complained about a little bit, it's a very first world problem, is that the Diablo 2 doesn't have a collector's edition. But that's not
right.
It's a remaster, so I guess it sort of makes sense. You can buy a version that comes with Diablo 3 with all the DLC, and then it comes with like different in-game stuff, but they don't really have anything with like a statue or a steel book or anything like that. So
interesting, eh?
Yeah.
You'd think that Activision would be just all over.
They like money.
They like money, and they know that nostalgia brings it in more than anything.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for when you play the game and you get to the first point, and then you find Deckard Cain again. Spoilers: he's captured in the beginning, and he's like, "I will identify all your items for $1 real."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone's like, "There it is!
There it is! There's the Activision. I knew it."
And I mean, my grump, I kind of shared already in the news with the Nintendo update there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, come on, Matt, come on, Nintendo.
Yeah,
like, you just make it. I keep saying it, you make it so hard to love you sometimes.
Yep, it's true.
And it took 5 years to add Bluetooth audio.
Yep, but not the microphone.
But no microphone.
Yeah.
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 How are you supposed to play the Fortnites, Rob? How are you supposed to play them?
I just don't know.
Portably with your headphones plugged into your Switch. That's how. Because the mic will work that way.
Yes. Yeah.
But, that's the only way.
It's because Nintendo cares about you and not getting the brain cancer. That's the thing Nintendo cares about for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Go with that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Thank you, Nintendo.
Thank you, Nintendo, for thinking about me and my brain cancer.
And on that note of brain cancer, let's awkwardly end the show.
Right. Well, we'll pull this train into the station and just thank everyone for hanging out with us this week. As usual, it's been a blast. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. You can reach us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. That's where you can email us with your questions, comments, recipes, whatever. I like Instant Pot recipes. If you're going to send us some recipes.
Big dessert fan myself. So, brownie.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. You can check out all of our original content at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. I've been updating the site regularly.
And I'm
surprised?
I just paid for the site for another year, I guess. That's something.
And check us out on Facebook. That's where you can that's where most of our activity happens. That's where we share all the latest news, and we also have a forum that you can link to off there. A lot of activity happening on there lately with people posting their memes and asking questions for game recommendations and stuff, and everyone's been helpful and it's been great. We really like it. Nice little community we're developing here.
Come and share your political opinions. Don't share your political opinions.
That's a good way to get yourself banned.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, with that downer.
Yeah.
We'll say goodnight and we'll see y'all next week.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.